Hey, what's up guys, MGH here and welcome back to another episode of my Bournemouth Road to Glory. Now today is a double upload day and I went to edit and upload the second episode and the footage is, well, I'm going to show you. It's pretty broken, so what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to use the next bit of footage from episode 9 and bring it into this episode, and I'm just going to have to show you the results of the gameplay that would have been in this episode, but unfortunately I can't edit it. It's completely ruined. Luckily, the first 2 games of the footage are okay, so I can show you the first goal I conceded against Millwall. Yep, there's more coming. Quick spoiler. Absolutely terrible goal to concede there. And we get all the way to the 85th minute. I'm attacking. I'm doing as much as I can to win the game. And then I concede another goal. So unfortunately, the game against Millwall ended 2-0. And you will see in the background there, I lost the game 2-0. So a real shame. So when I said the first 2 games are okay, I've just realised the end of the Charlton one is where it starts to get fucked up. You can see there, absolutely impossible to edit. It's broken. But we did end up drawing 0-0 at home. So you can see there was the match result. You saw it just quickly. Let's get into the next bit of footage. The next game was against Ipswich. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to see any of the footage, but you can see that was also a 0-0 draw. So luckily you didn't miss too much there. And then it was Birmingham up next. So let's see if we can get there. Nah, it's just absolutely destroyed. I'm so upset. But we actually went up against Birmingham and we won 1-0. So I guess you could say that was a good result. But unfortunately, I lost all of that footage. So there you go. You've seen the results. You've seen how bad it looks. And we're just going to get into the next episode. Well, the next episode's content now. Let's get into the next bit. So, moving on, guys. Our first game is up against Brighton. Now, if you look in the bottom right corner, it's so close. 4 teams on 26 points there. And this is a 6-pointer. We both need to win this game. And Brighton, to be honest, guys, I don't know enough about them to say, you know, they're going to be up there in the top 3, top 4 at the end of the season. But I do know right now they're a very difficult team to beat. They've been playing very good football in my season so far, and that's why they're top of the league. And they're playing with 5 at the back, which just made me go, do you know what? This is the exact sound I made. Oh, yeah, literally it was like that. Very, very frustrating coming up against 5 at the back teams because, you know what? It's boring. It's just boring. But you know what? This is part of the championship. You have so many fixtures. You're bound to get a couple of teams that you come up against that play in a very difficult formation to break down. And this is one of those times, unfortunately. But Brighton, Heart Albion, sorry, I don't know what I was talking about there. My mind just turned to mush. But Brighton started very well there and got a little bit lucky. My defenders made a big mistake, kind of hitting each other there and losing out on the ball. And I tell you what, the finish though, he really wanted to score this. Just take a look at Cook and Moore, kind of just bang into each other there. But he's hoofed it into the bottom left corner. And that's his 7th of the season so far. Not too bad at all. And by the way, at the end of this episode, I will be showing you guys the top scorers in the league. Will Wilson be the top? You will find out soon. And almost gets another goal there on his tally. But instead, the keeper saves it. And Fraser is there to give us a goal. Back into this game at 1-1 now. And if I'm honest, guys, it felt fair at this point. The 5 at the back wasn't too bad. It wasn't too bad to break down at all. It was way easier than I thought. And, you know, with Ritchie on the right, Fraser on the left, you've got a balance of absolute pace and agility with Fraser. And then you've got Ritchie out on the right who will pick out a pass and dribble past lots of people. And then with obviously Wilson in the middle, you've got a chance. You've always got a chance of scoring. But early in the second half, I was going to say late then, I thought it said 82. The little window I watched this footage on is just so small, really annoying. But Brighton do get another goal here, and just watch this replay. That is Mings at the back left. He is 6'5". How is he not winning the ball there? I have no idea. So the rest of this half was just about me trying to get another goal and trying to get a point away from home at Brighton, top of the league. So it was a struggle, I'm not going to lie. We get a corner there from a good chance and it's just scrambled away. Just wasn't dropping for me. I wasn't able to really puncture that defence in a good enough fashion and consistently to score a goal, and we get a loss. So frustrating, guys. So Brighton have beaten us and they've got 3 points on us now, which is a big problem for me. But you never know, things can happen. And now we go up against Norwich, who are also in the top 4 or top 5, I think. Actually, I can't quite remember, so forgive me. I'm so tired right now after all the problems I've had with this episode. It's just crazy, so hopefully you understand. We come very close there with Stanislas, who, as you know, I've been using quite a bit recently. I really like him out on the right side. I also mentioned Pew in the last episode. Pew, pew, pew. And a lot of people seem to agree with me. It was a little bit of a mistake to sell him. But you know what? You make mistakes and then you just live and learn from them. But Norwich scored an absolute beauty there, but it was ruled offside. Thank you very much for that, referees. And it was still 0-0 at this point. 71 minutes in now. You'd think I would have got a goal by now. But it was Ranty up front who's got pace and nothing else. Quite clearly isn't much of a finisher compared to Wilson, who I gave a rest in the second half because he was a little bit low on fitness. So Ranty, don't get me wrong, really good player because he's so agile. He runs around like an absolute maniac. He's so quick. But his finishing isn't quite there, so not sure how much I'll be using him. But either way, guys, this game was a boring 0-0. Norwich had the best chances, I would say, so I kind of got away with it. And they almost scored in the last minute as well with a spectacular effort. But either way, we move on into the next game against Reading. Now, in this match, I knew that Reading have a very, very good team. Arguably, one of the best teams in the league, I would say. Based on their actual players and individual stats, they've got some really high-rated players in there. And I wanted to hit them hard and hit them quick. And that's exactly what I was able to do with Fraser there, making it 1-0 just after about 10 minutes or so. But Reading were having none of it. They were getting straight back into this game. And I tell you what, that was offside. Surely it was offside. It looked it to me when I was playing. It looked again offside when I was editing this. So feel free to pause it if you can see it. I might be missing something, but it looked like he was offside to me. And, oh God, I was so lucky to not go in at half-time 2-1 down. They were so close to scoring there. They actually hit the post. Look at the passing percentages. Honestly, CPU OP or what? But either way, guys, I was able to get back in front here with another goal from Wilson. And just so much space down that left side. I'm not sure what Reading were doing, to be honest. But there was no Obita. Or is he a left-back? Hang on, I need to... No, I think he's a left-back, so he wouldn't be there. But either way, where was Gunter there? I have no idea what happened to Reading. They just completely collapsed. That's the best word to use at this point, you know, in this situation. They just completely collapsed. I don't know what the keeper was thinking there. Why didn't he come out? Wilson was having an absolute field day and got himself a hat-trick, I think it was. So that is an absolutely fantastic game from Wilson and a 4-1 win. I mean, it doesn't get much better than that, and surely he'll be top scorer now, don't you think? Well, you will soon find out. So moving on into the last game of the episode, we have Bolton at home. And Bolton have some absolute legends in their squad, the likes of Heskey, Johnson, and they were nowhere to be seen. I'm not sure why they're not playing. I'm guessing because their stamina is quite low and they get tired a lot. But either way, it didn't really matter. I knew I could beat Bolton at home. It was just about when I would score and how many, really. Got the boy with O'Kane here, my captain at the moment, and he just smashes it into the right corner there with so much power. The keeper almost got it, but just, yeah, not many keepers will be able to save that. Maybe Neuer, Diego Alves had a great game against Madrid last night, for example. Maybe he would have saved a shot like that, but not a championship goalkeeper. And he almost scores a double. O'Kane is really having a good run of form in my team at the moment. Could have got a double there, but unfortunately hits the side netting, and they come very close to getting an equaliser here. Hits the post and goes out for a corner off Woolwich. Look at this. Great reflexes just to push it out the way. And anyway, we go into the second half 1-0 up, so it was an overall very good performance so far. You're surely going to score here, right? Nope. Okay. Wilson's left foot nowhere near as good as I thought. And now it's Mings' turn to run forward, basically playing as a left mid at this point. And, oh my God, why did I sweat it? Why did I sweat it? Gosling should have scored, but Mings, mate, I'm going to shoot with you next time. I can't believe I didn't shoot. But either way, we get another chance here. This time, cut inside from Grealish to Wilson. And again, he cannot quite put it away. But it doesn't matter. The referee's blown his whistle now. And we get the 3 points. So, not the best episode in terms of consistent results. But we will be at the top of the table, roughly. And after a huge game away, Watford and Brighton playing there, they ended up drawing 1-1. So Brighton and Watford, the other two teams up there at the top, drawing meant I was still in the top 3 with a big shout of becoming the new championship leaders in the next episode, which would be very nice indeed. We're just 1 point below Watford. And here's the top scorers. Of course, it's Wilson with 12. Baldock's got 9. Rhodes got 9 as well. Which was really nice to see that after all my efforts trying to get Wilson a load of goals, he is topped by 3. So thank you so much for watching this episode. I do apologise for all the problems I've had. What can I do? It happens. So the live commentaries will be up very soon, guys. Thank you so much for watching this. Thank you for the support on both of today's videos. If you could drop a like, that'd be amazing. And I will see you next time.